Hey everyone, we're back again, and we are going to be watching another episode of Oshi No Ko. We're on episode 8. We took a week off, which happened at the perfect time because that happened to be when I was moving. We've got a slightly different background. I wanted to keep the Arcane poster because I love this poster. I got Sephiroth behind me. There we go. But yes, we are back. And I'm in the new place where I moved in. I wanted to give a quick shout out to a few people that did a super thanks on my YouTube channel. So Mr. Money Q, Isanaka, and Kazuya Saito. Thank you so much for your super thanks. I really appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and jump on into this. Guys, feel free to check out my Patreon. We're gonna have the full reactions over there. Let's check this out. It's been a while. I really missed this show for the week that we took off from it. I'm sure you guys felt the same way. Best part of the intro, right there. Yeah, interesting, because they're used to her just being herself, and now she's not being herself, but she's kind of tailored herself for Aqua. Yeah, but maybe it's not all bad. And then he does it right away. Yeah, we've never seen Aqua react like that. I was about to say that. Yeah, she's right back to where she was. She's like, I'm out. Screw this show. Mama? Oh, even Ruby sees it. Yeah, because he only knew her briefly when he was an adult, and then... True, like, he wasn't a normal kid, but like, she probably only showed a version of herself to him while he was a kid, so he only has like limited information, even though he was as close as he was to her. She doesn't like that. What?
なんだかあんたが思い詰めた顔してるからちゃんと見ててあげなきゃっていう先輩心。
I just want to point out, and I've noticed this throughout every single episode, but like I really love the use of lighting in this show. Like the way the sun is cutting through the trees and is like kind of sun showering them, and you can see the reflection off, you know, their face and their hair. Really love that. He's just comfortable with you. So he's no longer the person he was, he's becoming who he is now. So they're both slightly older than him.
Oh
god. You have to word it like that. Wow, she figured that out. He's like, I must speak to you all the time now. That is cool that they're like really aware of what sort of situation that they're in, that things are being acted out, that they're not acting like themselves, and they know that about each other as well.
何年も一緒にいた俺よりずっと深く愛を理解して行動を完璧にトレースしている。
I was afraid that like they weren't going to communicate that between each other, and then they were going to confuse each other, and that could have led to a disaster, I think.
黒川茜は使える。ここで手放すわけにはいかない。
Oh, there it is. But that kind of looks like Akane, like a genuine version of Akane right there, because she didn't have the glow in her eyes.
付き合おうが別れようが当人同士の自由。そのまま付き合って結婚まで行った人たちだって何組もいるし、ちゃんと自分で考えて自分で決めるんだ。この業界、
I don't think it's gonna go further than this. They'll have to be around each other to figure out what's going on, what happened with I, but I don't see them committing.
今勝ち評判いいよ。やっぱり君を使った俺の目は間違ってなかったかな。
Yeah, now to pay up with the information.
来週あたり寿司でも食いに行かないか。愛についてとっておきの話をしてあげよう。
あ、アクアちょっとこっち来て。
逃がさねえからな。
I do hope that they, like, everybody stays friends, because I think he needs friends that just at least understands the world that he's in now.
付き合うってのも仕事の延長線上に捉えてる。ただ俺は茜に女優として強い興味を持っている。
That's still a nice thing.
一番言われて嬉しい言葉でもあるから。じゃあお仕事として彼氏彼女しようね。
That's interesting that they have to kind of like keep that up for appearances. You would think that if they're really not into it like that, they would just not do it.
ここだけの話だよ。私もともとアイドル志望だったんだ。
Which is why you're going to be in B Komachi, right?
新生 B 小町は現在メンバー募集中なんだけど。
B 小町に私がそんな冗談。
Look at his face. He's not joking. Her eyes just lit up. Wow. Man, this is such a good show. We've gotten this far in it. I got like a good idea of like what the show's about and the direction of it and the pacing and all that stuff. In the earlier episodes, it was kind of hard to like wrap my head around it. When you literally don't know anything about a show and you're doing that in front of a camera, there's a little bit of pressure there to pay attention to as much as you can and try to absorb it as best as you can and give like your raw thoughts on it. It can be a bit more difficult than just sitting there and enjoying it. So this was another interesting episode. I love the detail that they go into in terms of what certain characters think of certain things, like Aqua. This isn't the first, reincarnation type story in an anime, and there's typically like at least a brief moment where we talk about, okay, this person who was so-and-so age, like usually like in their 30s or whatever, gets reincarnated, they're a kid, they're now a teenager, now they're amongst other teenagers, and it's like, okay, so are they a 30-something-year-old within the body of a teenager, or are they a teenager now? Now you're talking about dating other teenagers. So it's kind of like this weird thing. We've got an old mind and a young body. Where's the morality in that kind of situation? But here they address that real quick by saying, yeah, I really feel like I'm a teenager. I'm becoming one with this body that I'm in. I think I would have shipped him and Akane. I think she's a really nice girl. And though it's really cool that she has like that ability with acting to be able to break down a person and be able to understand them on fundamental level. And I think it's cool that Aqua, even though he was being honest and was like, yeah, I don't look at you like a romantic kind of way, but I do think your acting is really amazing. It's really awesome. And sure, he has the added benefit of being able to talk to her and ask her questions about and she might be able to give really accurate answers. So he's probably gonna get answers from that producer, and then he's going to compare notes with Akane and kind of piece things together. And yeah, it looks like we finally are going to be getting our third member for B Komachi, and it'll be interesting to see how the song creation works. Are they going to be writing it? Are they just going to hire producers to produce the music for them and then they sing over it? You know, how deep into those details are we going to get? So as a musician, I'm actually kind of interested in that aspect of it and see what they do, and then see if what our first shows are going to be like. You know, how deep into that aspect are we going to go into? Another great episode. I'm glad the show's back and I'm happy to keep going with it. But anyway, guys, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the reaction and I will see you next time.